All morning we've been giving you a look at some of the nominees for this year's Best Dressed Banker Award. We all know they have the money, but has it bought them the style? We're going to be announcing the winner right now, in fact, let's speak to Ian Meiers, co-owner at Cad and the Dandy, which has organised the competition. Ian, thank you very much for coming in. Well, don't keep our audience in too much suspense. Who has won?
Who has won? Well, we had a lot of votes through. We had 50 different nominees, 20,000 different votes, and a real kind of mixture of people coming through. In the top 6, we had 2 Americans, 2 Frenchmen, and 2 Brits, one of them being a lady. But I'm in some ways pleased to say, in some ways not so pleased to say, it's an American that's actually won it. It's not Bob Diamond, he came in 6th. The winner's actually Greg Rellis from OTC, a commodities brokerage.
I can hear the cheers going up on the break.
Hang on a second. Sorry, can I just jump in here? A gentleman who wears glasses like that is the best dressed.
Thank you, I was just about to ask.
They are something else, aren't they?
They are a statement, they are a statement. Well, the thing is, we actually phoned Greg up and we wanted to understand, you know, more about his wardrobe and what actually inspires him. And he takes his inspiration from Cary Grant. And one of the things we found, and quite representative of what we have in the shop, is we get a lot of Americans coming through. And I think that Americans feel, as they come over here, they don't want to stand out as an American, and they want to adopt the kind of British culture of suit wearing. So we get a disproportionate amount of Americans coming in. And Greg's a kind of representative of that, and he actually makes a real effort. He's got a huge wardrobe of like classically tailored suits.
And even Italian suits on American boxy suits.
Exactly.
So what sets the winner apart then, do you think, from some of the lesser dressed?
Well, yeah,
that doesn't quite make sense.
Lesser dressed, I
know what you mean. Well, there are 3 things the panel voted on, or based it on. There was, first of all, the popular vote. So we had a website, and we had people from across the world, globally, voting on this. And we had votes coming in from India, from America, from Russia. And he performed very well in the votes. He actually won the votes. He got 1,072 votes. There was then
He's got a lot of friends.
He's got a lot of friends, perhaps, and a lot of colleagues at work that were to push him up there. But we had a panel of myself, Chris Eubank, James.
He didn't win.
No, he didn't win. No, I'm afraid not. Florent Gerard, he came in 3rd. But the thing about Greg Rellis is really kind of his passion for tailoring. And he always buys tailored suits, and he's adopted that kind of classic British style. I was saying earlier, there aren't too many people actually in the city that are still doing that, and he really is, and he stands out for that reason.
The days of dressed down has come and gone, hasn't it? I mean,
she's pretty dressed down.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, is it right that a man should win this award?
It's hard to say. I think in this case, I think Greg deserves it. In 2nd place was Michelle Flynn.
The example in this newsroom, I know we're not bankers, we're journalists, but it's the ladies who put on all the fantastic gear, not the Jeff Cutmores of this world.
Based on what I can see, I'll probably agree. But
I'm trying to understand how she didn't win and Greg did.
Yeah, well,
She wasn't wearing any clothes.
No, not necessarily. You do not know if it's a strapless gown.
Well, that's true.
You don't wear a strapless gown in the trading room, do you?
You could, if you wanted to.
Not in the trading rooms I was working on, that's for sure, anyway.
Well, Greg managed to get twice the amount of votes that Michelle did, so that was part of the factor towards it.
I suppose the key question is, will the double-breasted suit ever make a successful comeback?
Well, that's one of Greg's favourites. We asked Greg, like, what he'd actually wear to impress in the office, and he said for him it was a double-breasted pinstripe with a double-cuff shirt and a solid tie. So the double-breasted is his power suit.
And if he's doing the Cary Grant thing, does he wear his trilby to work, I guess?
Well, I hope so.
Ian, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very
Ian
much.
Meiers, co-owner of the Cad and the Dandy.